What is up? It's your legendary gamer Kenan from Kaiser here, and we're back with a review of Dragon Ball Z Super Episode 124. On a quick note, I have heard that Super will be ending soon, and I think it's episode 131. Sad to see it go, but I won't give it I will give it the review of the Turn of Power, and I'll start spreading the reviews around for every arc that's been available. Alright, back to the episode. And it starts off with a brief fight between Goku and Vegeta versus Jiren. Goku and Vegeta are basically doing a two sides. They're not letting Jiren even try to like fight back. They constantly attack him, push him. Jiren can't do anything but block at this point, and they just what all this is done, and even Roshi, everyone said like Goku, Jiren, and Jiren is basically can't get out of it. All you do is block, and then they start combining the Kamehameha and Final Five. Not full combine, just like they both do it at the same time. And a pile of stuff like piles on Jiren, but he shrugs it off, no problem. That's what Jiren does. That's what Jiren do. But we are now focusing on the real episode. It's called Gohan's Last Stand, which does hint that he Gohan will be eliminated, and he pretty much does, but with a caveat. Yeah, as soon as I heard the title Gohan's Last Stand, I knew exactly what the episode was going to be about, judging by the picture and what it was called. And my prediction was right. Go. It starts off with Frieza versus Dispo, right? Yeah. Well, Frieza and Dispo seems to be in a stalemate. Frieza cannot get a good shot on Dispo because of his crazy quick movement. He's the fastest in the universe, which is something that Birder said a while back, which is literally what Birder says, except in all the universe. So, which actually, unlike Birder, he can actually back it up, and it becomes more of a stalemate when Frieza cannot get a hit on Dispo. However, on Dispo isn't doing as much damage to actually to damage Frieza. He's just fast, not strong, just fast. So seeing this probably is not gonna go anywhere anytime soon, Frieza decides to make a deal with Dispo as he raises up points. He said, he usually has, hey, we could fight all day and all night, but by the end of this, by anyone's eliminated, we'll all be damn tired. So even if you defeat Frieza, you'll be too tired to fight anyone else. And and even though it's Frieza time hours where the episodes, no, it's not Frieza time. 5 episodes only equal 19 episodes, so it's like an episode a minute or something. And Dispo thinks about it, but Dispo, since being the pride trooper of the hero of justice, Dispo refuses the deal. And Frieza says, "Whoop, can't go back now," and starts doing that golden transformation, becomes Golden Frieza, and he's able to keep up with Dispo as he basically gets some good shots in him, and what not. Eventually, Dispo is now using a new ability as he turns purple, and he likes being purple, and it's called light speed. And my main issue with characters who say they move at light speed, I actually call them out on it. There's been a lot of animes where they say they move as fast as light, but I don't buy that at all. I feel it's an over exaggeration, but let's say you will move pretty fast, really fast. Fast enough where you can create images of yourself and then they start punching for you. It's like you're that level of fast, like the Flash level of fast. And Frieza, even in his majestic golden form, is having a very difficult time keeping up with Dispo. Yeah, Dispo is not giving more attack, but he's hitting at least harder. And eventually, Dispo starts pushing Frieza off the edge with all his barrage of punches. like the situation with Goku and Vegeta, Frieza cannot get out of the continuous barrage of attacks, and is most likely about to be tossed out soon. While 17 and Gohan are fighting Toppo, 17 says, "You know what's up, right?" And like Gohan's like, "I got it." And Gohan goes out and kicks Dispo away and giving Frieza time. Now Frieza's like, "Oh, you come to save me?" And it's all that stuff. And Frieza's like, "You knew I'll betray you. I might betray you." And Gohan's like, give him a serious look. One eye turns to him. If you do that, if you have the cojones to try to eliminate moi, Gohan, then I will now I'll start eliminating you. So Gohan starts dropping that serious threat, and Frieza's like, "All right, leader." This is probably the first time Frieza, and other than Barry, admits that someone on their team is in charge, and decides to, with this brilliant plan, to restrict Dispo's movement, which is a very good idea. If Dispo can't run around, then it's mostly was up to a straightforward fight, which is something that Dispo can't do really good. So Frieza decides to do this cool thing and creates a cage of infinite death beams, which looks really cool, and it's also a backhand double-edged sword. I think that's what I think it's term I'm using, right? You see, this does reduces disposal. This match, this cage of death beam works well for Gohan and not so well for Dispo. Even the god calling that a cheap tactic. Boy, Dispo's a guy who runs around and is a speed guy. Dispo's a cheap tactic. So Dispo gets knocked into the death beam wall and he gets zapped. And remember the double-edged sword? When Dispo actually knocks Gohan into it, Gohan gets zapped. So they have to be very careful. And Frieza's over there trying to hold on, and the stamina from the golden form plus the amount of death beam he's using is starting to get overwhelmed a bit. He can't hold it for long. So Gohan has to make this as really quick as he can in order to eliminate Dispo. And Gohan seems to be dragging it along to it. Like Dispo's, Gohan, Dispo, Frieza's about to drop it soon. You want to pick it up? Pick it up. Yeah, Frieza's wanting to hurry up. So Gohan decides to get one more good punch in, but as soon as he does that, Frieza couldn't hold it anymore and just drops it, giving Dispo a chance to dodge it. But before Dispo could escape, Gohan has him in a half Nelson, I think, and now Dispo can't move for real. And now they're pulling off a classic where Piccolo is Frieza, Goku is Gohan, and Raditz is Dispo, and like holding him down while Frieza just straight up and fires a powerful blast, eliminating both Gohan and Dispo. And now that's how Gohan just were eliminated. Dispo's like, out of all the people, what could be me? Uh, Compared to the three tribes troopers on the left, you're kind of the weakest, so of course you're gonna go on first. Gohan gets his praise, and hell, even Frieza praises Gohan while calling him a really good leader. Yep, sacrificing for the team. That's a really good trait of a leader. Wish I can learn it, but in the future. Now, speaking of future, the next episode, oh my, the next episode. It has confirmed a bit of a special relation between Toppo, and that Toppo is a god of destruction in training. And this episode has the title God Destruction Toppo. And I wish for this one I'll accept the title, but for the one for about Gohan's Last Stand, I do wish they picked their titles a bit more carefully, not to spoil it, like the whole two universe gets erased thing. Yeah, I don't approve of them keep doing that spoiler thing. It gets pretty annoying. but the episode's going to be. It says Frieza do some tricky stuff, like trying to sneak around probably. But 17 has his hands full with Topo, the Yosemite Sam of the Tribe Troopers. Anyway, that has been my review. This episode I really love, and I hope to see all this next one soon. Anyway, if you like it, leave us a subscribe. This is Kenan. I'm OP. I'm just that good.
It's time to jump up in the air.